Hi, my name is Matt, and I work as a financial and department assistant in academic research for pharmaceuticals, and I would give Quartzy a 4 out of 5. Before we started using Quartzy, it was kind of a mess, kind of keep track of all of our ordering. We basically were relying on emails from all the different department professors, and we would try to track it in Google Sheets or Excel, and it just was a nightmare to keep track of, well, who needs this, and when did they send this email and everything. And so, as we were looking at ordering managing softwares, we found Quartzy, and it, promised to help manage. You can create different lab groups, and everyone can submit their own requests and be approved before anything actually gets ordered. So it kind of took some of that chaos out of, well, is this professor sending me this? Is a student sending me this in lieu of a professor? Is this really an approved purchase? So that's why we wanted to give Quartzy a try. So as we were looking around, we found Quartzy, and Quartzy had a couple of different things that they promised for helping with order management. You can organize members of your department into different lab groups, so each PI can have their own thing, and then you can set student users or lab techs underneath that. So the lab techs or student can make a request. Then the professor can come along and say, yes, I approve this request, and from there the administrator can go on and make the purchase and then manage the receiving of that as well. So that was kind of, that's what they promised. That's what we wanted to try because it was way better than getting 1,000 emails and trying to parse through all of those every day. So when we introduced Quartzy, I think it really was pretty easy to get a hold of. The biggest thing I think was the difference between Quartzy's shop. Quartzy has suppliers that they work with, and you can kind of search one thing, say you need methanol, you can type methanol in the Quartzy search, and they'll bring up however many suppliers they have and show you the cost and deals they have. Or versus some things aren't in the Quartzy shop, you have to actually go and enter them manually. I'd say that was probably the thing people had the hardest time with, was actually saying, well, I can't find what I need. And it's like, oh, you have to go enter this request. You tell the supplier, you tell the number, and then you have to provide a couple of details. But from the Quartzy shop itself, if it's there, it's pretty easy to find and request it. It was just that little bit of a difference of, well, I need this special thing that Quartzy isn't offering. But other than that, I think it was super easy to get people set up in the separate labs and have the administrators set up as well. I think if anyone's looking at potentially trying Quartzy, the things they should consider is the group that they have, that they're in charge of ordering for. If you have 3+ labs and each of them have 3+ students, it can get really messy really fast. So I think it works really well to help manage larger groups where you need to keep track of, well, this member of this lab is asking for Kim wipes, but so did this person. Oh, well, look, it's all in one place. I don't have to see if we have multiple requests for the same thing because it all just shows up in that specific lab, and I'm not worried about purchasing across labs, making a mistake there, like just getting confused with all the emails and the Excel tracking. I think it's really handy to also be able to go back and you can look at your order history, and if it's something that Quartzy supplied and you're like, oh, I need more of this, or just anything you ordered in the past, you can say, oh, I just want to request this again, and it'll automatically throw it back in the system to go through for approval one more time, and I think that's really convenient too. So that's what I would recommend. Again, if you have a big group, give it a shot.